Welcome to a video on quadratic graphs and their attributes. We're going to talk about the vocabulary. Here to the right, we have two different parabolas. So let's identify the vertex. Well, first, the vertex is the highest or lowest point on the graph. It's called HK. If you recall the vertex format, the H and the K creates the vertex of the parabola. So on this purple one, you can see that the graph opens upwards, but the vertex is actually located right here. This is considered the minimum point. And that point right there is considered HK. So if you were looking to put things and create the vertex format, you can use the vertex to do that. Now, on the red parabola, as you can see, it opens downwards, but it has this value, a maximum value, because it's at the top of the hill, so to speak, down in the valley, top of the hill, a maximum point and your minimum point. Okay, the next thing to talk about is your axis of symmetry. Now, the axis of symmetry is actually a vertical line that passes through the vertex and breaks the parabola into two equal parts. So I'm going to draw the axis of symmetry on the purple one. As you can see, it's always going to be shown as a dotted line. It's just the vertical line that goes through and breaks this parabola into two equal parts. Here's where the axis of symmetry for the red parabola would be located. Now, when you're talking about this, what would this equation of this line be? We would write the equation of this line as such. It's going to be x equals h. So it's really this is your hk. It's going to be the x value. So the equation for these lines is x equals h. So with this being, this point is 1, 2, 3, -1. Well, since 3 is in the h, the equation of this line is x equals 3. The equation of this line is x equals -3. Next thing, let's talk about the y-intercept. When you think of intercept, it's where it's crossing. So this is where the parabola crosses the y-axis. So here you notice, here's your y-axis. So the purple one is crossing here at 2. And the red one crosses the y-axis at -3. So those are just the y-intercepts of both of those parabolas. The next thing to consider are your x-intercepts. Now the x-intercepts are interesting. It's where the line crosses your x-axis or the parabola. But if you notice for the purple one, it's crossing in two different places. It crosses here at 1, 0, and then it crosses here at 5, 0. For the red one, we're looking at what, -1, 0 and -5, 0. So it's crossing in two different places. These x-intercepts, where this parabola is crossing, is also considered the roots or the zeros. You notice it was 1, 0, 5, 0, -1, 0, -5, 0. These are the solutions to your parabola. Now, I also want to point out that, in this situation, both of these have two solutions. Here's, where it's crossing the x-axis two places, and on the purple parabola, it's crossing in two places. However, I want you to be mindful, it doesn't always cross in two places. This parabola, could look like this. If you notice here, the vertex now has changed and shifted. The axis of symmetry is still the same. However, now I only have one root or solution or zero or x-intercept. They all mean the same thing. They can just be called different terms. So now that I only have one answer, how many answers do I have now? Keep in mind, we just moved the vertex here. Does it cross the x-axis at all? No. So it is possible to have no solution as well. Hope this helped.